What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jugg.
And I'm Son.
And welcome back to another Jugg and Son doing WWE this week. Last year today. How you doing today? Boy.
New Year Uzi.
New Year Uzi. Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Son, I need you to take me to Raw, son.
So we start off with Raw, which happened on day one of this year too.
That day one-ish.
So we start off with Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax, and I only talk about this because I didn't think Nia Jax was actually gonna win.
I didn't think so either.
So when it happened, I was shocked. I was like, you got me, Father H.
This is great.
So I guess now she looks strong to fight Rhea now, I guess. Sure.
You know, Becky can't win everything.
Yeah. And then we had more Nakamura and Rhodes messages.
Yeah,
I mean,
fine.
I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. Like at first it was serious, but now it's just kind of funny because all Shinsuke does is he just does the videos where he's just spitting in Cody's face and it's all animated, and then Cody's just like, that was the story on there, but that's not going to be my story. I gotta beat you to finish my story, and it's the same thing every week.
I'm just not into it anymore. Like, Nakamura, go fight somebody else. Cody is not, he's not for you anymore.
I mean, he's just gonna beat you, but
yeah,
you gotta fight somebody you can win against with this gimmick.
Right.
And then we had the Awesome Truth come back to fight the Judgment Day. So the Judgment Day's fighting someone new, I guess.
You know, I thought that I would be more into it, but I don't care.
I just, yeah. I thought it would be cool, but I guess not.
Mm-mm.
And then, you know, Rhea Ripley had a women's championship match. I didn't even know this was happening.
Well, look. Don't care.
I mean, like, did anyone think she was going to lose on a random episode of Raw?
No, of course not. You know, when you have these long title reigns, you know, it doesn't make sense to lose it. Hell, even at, you know, a random premium live event.
It just doesn't make sense.
Not anymore.
And then we had Seth versus Drew, another championship match, and was he gonna lose on a random episode of Raw?
I mean, it's day one, so no.
And on Drew's first day of the year, he lost again.
Yeah, so that's all it is.
And then we ended it with The Rock.
The Rock, the people's champion, shows up. And so far in 2024, The Rock has been on every episode of Monday Night Raw.
He's a full-timer again. He's back.
Okay. And he's back to challenge somebody.
I mean, so he was just there to talk about Jinder Mahal, and then he just, you know, did his thing about Jinder and all that. And then he's like, all right, guys, now I'm done beating up Jinder. Should I sit at a bar? Should I sit at a booth? Or should I sit at the head of the table?
Look, I'm not into this, like, at all.
I didn't know where he was going with that, so I'm like, oh no.
There is no reason for this, but like, this is one of those matches that should have took place a couple of years ago.
I mean, you know, even when they were in Hollywood, it would have made more sense.
It's frustrating to see that, you know, because Rock the Dwayne Johnson has nothing on his schedule, this is what he's gonna do.
See, when he was busy, we had to deal with Edward the Brock.
Yeah, Edward the Brock. So I just can't, you know. I'm not into this. I'm probably not gonna be into this.
I think it's too late.
They're gonna play it up like crazy, and they should play it up like crazy because this is a money match, and it deserves all the royal treatments. Except, I don't believe that they should be fighting for the championship.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I'm already not into it, but if you put the title on it, I'm still not into it.
The Rock is not going to be there past WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So then the suspense is gone on who's going to win. Unless Roman loses at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, well, that's when we talk about Smackdown.
Or Elimination Chamber, or whatever the hell else pay-per-views, which is disrespectful to Roman. As much as I want him to be on the show, it's disrespectful to Roman to not lose at WrestleMania. You have almost four son of a bitch years as champion. And then here you come losing at freaking Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber? Get the hell out of here.
Like, you made me sit through months of him not being on TV and then months of him being on TV. And I'm like, well, I sat through all those times without a champion. I deserve to see this this reign end at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania. Okay? That's what it is. It needs to end there. And I just don't feel it. I don't see how this is going to go down. You know, unless they fight for the championship, which would be stupid because we know if The Rock won, you know, he's not gonna. You gotta. It's just dumb. It's all dumb. It's all dumb.
It doesn't work right now.
It doesn't work. But that's all I got about Raw.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Take me to SmackDown, son.
So we started off with Roman Reigns. You know, he's full-time again. He hasn't missed an episode of SmackDown this year.
He's not missed a single episode of SmackDown. He is full-time.
It's like, we got the champ back. And
Full-time.
Yeah. And then, was it Kayla Braxton asked him when he got out of his tribal van. And she's like, what do you think?
Is that what that is? A tribal van?
That's what I'm going with.
Tribal van. Okay.
So she asked him, what do you think about The Rock on Raw? And he's like,
Yeah, he laughed in her face.
and then Paul laughed in her face too.
It's a stupid question. What do you think about The Rock? He's my cousin. Okay? He's made more money than anybody in our family put together. Okay? He did it big. He had his time. His time is over. Whose time is it? It's Tribal Chief's time. That's whose time it is. And as much as I like Roman and hate him at the exact same time, you know, he should laugh in The Rock's face. The Rock has never done anything even close to what Roman Reigns has even done.
With the championship.
Yeah.
It's like
not a single person over the last, I'm going to say 40 years has done what Roman Reigns is doing.
Yeah. And probably never will again.
You know, I'm talking about 53 title, 53, you know, title defenses in 4 years.
I'm talking about all those breaks on the beach.
Yeah, okay. I'm talking about, you know, 4 main events of WrestleManias when you've only been on the show at least a solid year.
Yeah, I'm talking about having the title, having 3 different versions of the same title.
Yeah.
You went blue, you went black, then you had blue and black, and now you got gold. It's like, you know, if he wins WrestleMania this year, you gotta switch the belt to a new color now.
Might as well. Maybe it should be like red. I don't know. Don't listen to me. That's stupid. Moving on.
So then we had Kevin Owens win the U.S. tournament, and I predicted this. I was like,
we knew this was gonna happen. Him and Jake Paul are the only ones who've been talking shit to each other.
It's like only Logan Paul's focused on him, so it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, who's gonna go out? Yeah, of course. Okay.
So they're gonna fight. And he knocks him out, not with the stunner, but with just a normal punch with the cast. See, we got the man with the metal cast versus the man with the metal plate in the hand. So I guess they're gonna be like, who's metal stronger?
I don't know who's gonna win that match. I don't really care. You know, I mean, Logan Paul is doing exactly what he's supposed to do, which is go around the world with the WWE belt and let people hold it and mess around with it. I saw you, Patrick Mahomes. I saw what you did.
I mean, you know, Logan Paul is also full-time again too, because he hasn't missed a single SmackDown this year.
Booyah.
So, you know, SmackDown's got all their champions this year. It's a new SmackDown.
Yeah, it's a new SmackDown. It happened right after the first of the year. So, you know,
it's like don't let all the champions disappear next week. So then we had Karrion Kross and the AOP attack Robert Profits, and I mean, the Robert Profits to me just feel like they don't know what to do with them.
Everybody involved with this segment doesn't need everybody else involved with this segment. Like the Robert Profits, they should have stayed as a heel faction is what it feels like, and now they are a face faction. I guess
they even got B-Fab so they can have someone fight Scarlett.
Yeah, and now, you know, then Karrion Kross comes out, and it's like, dude, you're just, in my opinion, just useless.
It's funny, as I like his shirt because it says final prayer, and I'm like, yeah, this is your final prayer.
This is it. if you don't freaking get over this way, I don't know. And AOP to me seemed like they never needed anyone.
They just needed Paul Ellering.
Yeah, that's all they needed to just freaking, come out and do their thing. I am excited to see AOP because I like them.
I like them, and that's it.
I don't think they need Karrion Kross at all.
I think they were just fine by themselves as their own group.
Yeah.
But
just come back and do what are those brothers called? Who I have never seen again? I forget. Whatever those brothers' names were, they're gone. I can't remember.
I just know that none of these guys are gonna be fighting for titles. They're just gonna be fighting each other in a random story that's gonna last like a couple years.
Yeah, because who has the titles?
The Judgment Day.
Okay.
And they're not here.
Okay.
So,
I mean, they can be, but they don't have to be.
Well, I guess, SmackDown did miss their tag champions, so not all the way perfect. It was close, though. And then Io Sky, like Rhea Ripley, had her women's title match, and I didn't even know this was happening either. But, was Io Sky really going to lose after cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase on a random episode of SmackDown?
You know what? If anybody could, and I don't want her to, but if anybody could lose it on a random SmackDown, it would be her. Tag championships and women's championship that's not Rhea Ripley, they could freaking lose it on a random episode of SmackDown or Raw. Especially the women's tag team champions, because who gives a shit about those?
I forgot who was champion already.
I don't even remember who the new people are that won. I remember who had them, but I don't remember who has them now.
Let's see. Then we had the triple threat match with AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Randy Orton for who's gonna fight Roman Reigns. And they were having their match, and it was fine. And then Roman comes out with the music, and he just starts speed walking to the ring. And then Solo and Jimmy.
He's walked faster to the ring than he ever has.
Yeah, this is like the fastest entrance ever.
No explosions, no pyro, none of that nonsense. This match to me was fantastic. I liked it all the way through.
I even watched the full thing when they put it on YouTube.
I watched the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah.
But, of course it ended in disqualification, because of course it did.
You can't have nice things.
Even though this is a non-DQ match.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Triple threats are non-disqualification. And seeing as how this match is now going to be moved to a fatal four-way match, that is also non-disqualification. So that means that Roman is not losing at the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Okay.
Don't do it.
It's not happening. Okay. Somebody's going to come out. Somebody whose name rhymes with Jimmy. Another person whose name rhymes with Solo. And they're going to come out and they're going to make sure that Roman wins his title. It's going to be freaking a fatal four-way match, and Roman is going to have 2 extra people in his corner.
See, if they want to make this even dumber, they're going to have, like, somebody pull someone's guy in a hoodie, and it's just Jay. And he just joins the bloodline for no reason.
Yeah, and then Randy gives him an RKO because he's back in. Like, he told you what would happen if you were out. But whatever. That's all I got for SmackDown.
Yeah, that's all I got. Roman, don't lose to the Rumble, because that would be dumb.
I don't know what they're gonna do, because like Cody should be pissed off. If I was Cody, I'd be pissed. I'd be heated.
Like,
you really gonna let Dwayne just come in here and just take my freaking moment? Well, yeah, man, he's a lot bigger star than you. I understand where that's coming from, but still, it's like Dwayne had to come in, and I feel like Cody should feel like CM Punk did when CM Punk was mad that Dwayne had a match against John Cena.
He's like, I get it now.
The fact that Dwayne has a match at WrestleMania and I don't really pisses me off. Yeah, I understand where that's coming from.
He called himself the American Nightmare, but he didn't expect to be in a nightmare this whole time.
Yeah, all right, you tried. Look, hey, you know what? Good job, you tried.
Somebody liked it.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. We really appreciate it. Check the Twitter, the X. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok, gentleman.jug. And the next one will be available
when it's ready.